Okay, I have a question. Do you want to go into politics, right? Because I've been thinking about this last night since the Trump assassination. I have a lot of grumpy attitude and vent. I want to vent a lot of vent to get off my chest, but I don't know if it's beneficial or harmful to my own reputation. Like, should I do this? What are your thoughts?
I think you should. I think we're both going to be big figures in the future, and we're going to look back on these. And I don't think people can change their mind. I think it's useful to have a point in time where you can go back and check what you were thinking, check what your thoughts were about a current period of event. And in 2024, there is rightfully a lot of things to be upset and angry about, especially if you're someone our age. If you're someone who is in their mid to late 20s, or you're an late millennial, there's many things to be angry about. So I think you should. And
will you?
I'll voice my opinion, yeah. I think maybe in the future it'll change, but I would love to. But I want to hear what are your thoughts so far?
Okay. Did you see CNN, like how they reported Trump assassination? You fucking piece of shit scumbags! Lying bastard, pathetic lowlife of the earth.
Yeah, dude, that was terrible.
Fuck you! How? Like, I've heard this quote. If the news are fake, imagine history.
Yes, dude, true. And from traveling around Europe, and we visited, man, this would get people infinitely cancelled. I don't know if we told you, but me and James went to where Hitler's tea house. It was like his holiday house. We went there, and then we also went to a bunch of museums in Hungary and like learned a lot about the war and other stuff. And if you actually read unbiased accounts, you start to realize a lot of the things you've been told about history are extremely biased, if not wrong.
I totally agree.
And here's an interesting quote for you, and it's actually very on point. You know, John F. Kennedy, the president that got assassinated I think it was in Austin, Texas, in the back of the motorcade, the JFK assassination. So he visited Hitler's tea house in his 20s, so same age I was, and he came away from it saying that history is going to remember Hitler extremely wrong, and he was a man, I'm butchering the quote, but it was something like, history is going to remember Hitler completely wrong. He was a man that loved his nation and people more than anything else. Something like that. And that's one of the most beloved presidents saying that. And then you think about, like, I don't know, what you've heard, like what you've been taught in high school, I imagine, and yeah.
I have one very surprising fact for you. Do you like, if you were to wild guess, do you think China is pro-Israel or is it pro-Israel or pro-Palestine?
I would guess pro-Palestine.
Actually, it's neither. They're neutral about that.
They're neutral? Okay.
Yeah, we're silenced. We're silenced. We cannot talk about that. However, we can talk about Hitler, and Chinese is very pro-Hitler.
What?
I guess that's further into the distance. I guess you could easily see the curated feeds, right? A lot of them are justifying Hitler's behaviors. I don't know how much of it is true, right? But a lot of the missing part of the history is that back then the German people are literally starving to death, and Jewish people may or may not be a reason that they use high interest predatory loans and a lot of abduction of the economy of the government, a lot of unfair treatment.
Fuck, man. If we keep going down this rabbit hole, we're about to be cancelled forever. But that's very interesting you say that, because, like, dude, the thing that really kickstarted me thinking of this stuff was, it's not just Nazi Germany that had issues with the Jews. Almost every civilization throughout history has had an issue with them, like going back to like ancient Rome and stuff. So it doesn't surprise me that China has. And one of the big things is interest. It's like very unjust. So you know how Jews rise to the top of many like power structures and they're very high in finance, the banking, a bunch of like conspiracy theories. It's because it's against a lot of people's religions, the big one being Islam, to take interest of a person and to send loans out. So normally the only people that would do it would be the Jewish people. So that normally run the banks, be in charge of them, and other people's religions would stop them from, I don't know, doing that activity, so that very quickly become in charge. And if you look into why World War I started and why World War II started and a lot of stuff, a lot of it is because of the banks and money and loans and debt. So, dude, 1 second, I just got a pop-up that it stopped recording.
Yeah.
Is yours still recording?
No, mine's still recording. It's been 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Maybe, I hope it records both, right?
I hope so.
Okay.
Do you know, in terms of cancellation, I think we are the least of the worries. We're smallest. We're like a little tiny shrimp, like a microcell in the vast ocean. There are shrimps and whales out there. We shouldn't worry about this, because by the time it comes to us, like, I think the political spectrum would have shifted already. But anyway, do you know Sean Puri?
Yes.
And from My First Million, he did a very neutral, in my opinion, post. He said he's read a book on, and some part they both read the book, the Rising of the Third Reich.
Okay.
Or whatever. It's a book on Hitler. And basically he said, oh, actually I learned a lot from Hitler, right? In terms of persuasion, in terms of public speaking, in terms of how to be a great leader and have people devote their lives to you. I think a lot to learn from it. And the people got triggered, as you expect. How dare you to take lessons from such an evil person? And Sean was like, hey, I didn't say just he's right, killing all the people. He's not. But there's a lot of lessons we can learn from everybody, anybody. And people still get very, very mad about it.
Factual. Story flashes in my brain. Me and James were hanging out with these two girls in Hungary, and one of them said, we were talking about Hitler for some reason, probably because we were on this big history kick, and one of them said that she was like super impressed with, like Hitler was an impressive man or something. And immediately the group's reaction was like, but then I thought about it, and there is, like, as you can imagine, that's everyone's gut reaction to it. But what you just said is so true. Our entire nation doesn't rally behind someone if they don't have admirable qualities and are not very charismatic, persuasive, and can rally an entire country behind them. The other interesting thing is that I think a lot of the problems going on in the world today, like cost of living, inflation out of control, immigration, like these massive issues in elections, and we saw in the EU, it went super far right. I think Donald Trump is going to win all 50 states after the assassination attempt. But a lot of these factors are what Hitler campaigned on as well. He was anti-immigration. He wanted to kick out the Jews. He wanted to restart the banking system, stop inflation, get cost of living down. Everyone was broke and it was the type of period in history where the generation had a worse quality of life than the ones before them, and that's exactly what we're going through now. So yeah, it's interesting you bring him up, because I think people can't really understand why Germany got behind him, but you can get a better understanding. Imagine what we're going through now, but 10 years in the future, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and then this charismatic figure like him pops up, and you would rally behind him. So,
and they promised that he'd change everything. And he actually did. Before he got elected as a president, he did a lot of very beneficial
he did
regulations, and that actually helped a lot of the people. That's why people were convinced.
He was beloved. He was beloved by the German people, and it's like he didn't psyop a whole nation. They fought tooth and nail to the end, and you don't rally behind a figure like that unless you wholeheartedly believe, trust, and to a certain extent love this person that is running your country. Dude, he's a fascinating figure in history, and I do think we're taught such a biased perspective. So yeah, it's an interesting topic.
Because I've always quoted this in my novel, right? That history is written by the winners.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Let's say another parallel universe, Hitler won, we would have learned a completely different history. a completely like a coherent on its own like narration of what happened.
Bro, isn't it interesting? Like, I would be fascinating to see what the world would be like. And the other thing is, some of the stuff, do you know the burning of the books? I think it was was that the Night of the Long Knives or what?
It happened a lot in China history, in European history, because you need to like stop. What's the like a devious religion? Any other religion, like
dude? So
rather than yours,
but there was one specific one that Hitler did, and he burnt a ton of books. I think it was Night of the Long Knives, and he like made this big political moves, and they burnt a ton of books. And the books they were burning, everyone thinks it was like ancient history and like, but it was actually all like degenerate propaganda about like transgenderism, LGBTQ, like super like Germany and specifically Berlin was like the epicenter of degeneracy, and Hitler was like preaching like family values, nuclear family, lack of degeneracy. I don't look at it like that. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, and look from World War II, the way the world's gone until now, and imagine what would have happened if it had been a little different. Another thing I'll tell you that will blow your mind is that Hitler tried on numerous attempts to make peace and not start a war with England. He even dropped his like best friend, right-hand man. He parachuted into England and he got imprisoned for life to pretty much beg Winston Churchill to not go to war with them. Little facts like this, in like we were not taught this version of history that like Hitler was this warmonger that just wanted to invade everything, kill everything,
kill people,
kill off the entire race.
Like there's blood all over his face.
Like he was just this maniac. But yeah, you look into it and it's a very good story.
Extremely intelligent. He's extremely... Oh, have you seen that AI basically made a version of Hitler speaking English?
Yes,
bro. If we listen to the German, like, Scheiße, Hoisha, Huntoa. He's like that. But if you were to listen to English, he's like, we must save the nation. My beloved people, I have sacrificed my life for you. If you were to do the same, please vote for me. That's literally what he said.
And a lot of the things that he says about cost of living, he says about immigration getting out of control. And if someone was saying the exact same words now, you'd be like, fuck yeah, like this guy knows what he's talking about. Other thing is Hitler didn't marry or like he didn't really have he literally dedicated his entire life. Like he became Germany. He was this, there's some biographer, I can barely remember this, but he sorts massive political leaders into two different categories. One is like alpha male, aggressive, like tyrants. Think like Genghis Khan, Mussolini was one of these people. And then the other one is this like, it's this more like abstract, they become the nation, they're like this prophet almost, and Hitler was very much not the alpha male, like trying to he was not a conqueror. He literally embodied Germany and loved it so much, and you can see why people rallied behind that. Imagine if someone said that about Australia after like the path that Australia is on right now, you would 100% back him.
Also, another perspective is in terms of Jews' death. Right? First of all, please don't cancel me. My condolences to all the people who have died. I felt deeply for the death. I don't like war. I'm pretty anti-war. Like in terms of Ukrainian men who died in the war, I feel really bad. There are footages of them, like a drone, the Russian drones, basically drop a bomb before them. They saw that and okay, it's dead. So they just killed themselves. But anyway, in terms of number of Jews killed, it pale in comparison to the Genghis Khan, to the Chinese, Japanese, to the African, whatever, between two countries, the wars between them, and also in Middle East. Those number pale in comparison to those other wars. But why it is the number one thing we cared about most? Because it all comes down to the narrative. All the huge media, like the owners are actually Jewish descendants. They want to push this more. That's why death of the Jews is more important. That's why you hear about it more. Personal opinion, not factually checked.
Yeah, no, you look into the stuff and it's very interesting who's at the head of all these corporations. look into who's at the head of all these banking empires, who started the banking, the Rothschilds, and then you look at the Bolsheviks and who the Third Reich was actually fighting against, and the communist far left regimes that were coming across Europe. And it's like, and you look, if you stick a point in the end of World War II till now, which way did the world like politically move towards? It moved very far left, and the furthest far left is communism. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's an interesting rabbit hole, to say the least.
I remember when the assassination, like it went viral on Twitter, right? And I was laying in bed. There's actually a girl on my side. I just started scrolling. I couldn't stop, right?
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I literally could not believe it. I still can't believe it. Yeah. Go on.
So first of all, the first response is, this is staged, right? And the right responded, like, nobody staged this shit. Like, literally, like, you could be killed. So nobody staged up to this level of danger. And then the other people were arguing, hey, the sniper is right there. And a lot of civilians reported to the FBI, hey, there's a man with a gun on the roof. Do something about it. And they decided not to. And so people started questioning the sniper. Hey, like, if you saw this guy with a gun, like, why don't you snipe him first before you shoot? And other previous ex-military guys actually jump out to defend the sniper, say, hey, we're in a peaceful time. There's no wars. Like, in the last, like, for however long, there's no blatant assassination happen, right? Like, you're risking your whole career just to shoot a civilian. You could be a kid with a toy gun, right? It gets muddy.
Nah, dude, yeah. Okay, there's so much to unpack here. First of all, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable how the micro head turn. Imagine if he actually got assassinated, the back of his head blew out on live TV, and the repercussions that would have, like, I can't even fathom how different the world would be. I think there would be a knock-on event of, like, Russia stepping up their invasion of Ukraine.
Naval said, you want to start civil war? This is how you start.
100%. A civil war in the US. I think China would have taken the opportunity to invade Taiwan. It was like, shit would have completely hit the fan. I bet crypto markets would be fucking 98% down.
A tweet says, we're this close to 16K Bitcoin.
Yeah, literally, man.
Or even 6K Bitcoin.
Bro.
You have no idea what you...
And then, on the flip side, Trump just had the most historical badass moment that money could never buy the photos.
Elon said that this picture will go into the history books for generations to come.
I think that moment, I'll be surprised if it's not one of the largest like differentials in the popular vote that
pivotal point.
Dude, I think Trump will sweep now. I think he'll completely sweep the states. And another thing to talk about is, I think what you said about the Secret Service not reacting, the FBI not reacting. I'm sure you've seen photos of the random diversity hires in the Secret Service, and they're like,
you saw the female agents. They were jumping the guns, and one of them pick up the sunglasses,
dude. And
there's a picture like from behind. And when the first, she was ducking.
It's like
so many alpha males jump out to like criticize this.
And I think rightfully so, man. I think it's a great metaphor for how much the US has fallen over the last 40, 30, 20, 10 years. It's like, there needs to be this huge pendulum swing back, and Trump will begin it. Like 30% diversity hires in the Secret Service, and it's embarrassing, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you remember, but as a kid, at least from Australia, the US was like, it's like everyone wanted to go to Disneyland. LA was like
exactly
heaven on earth. It's where all the movie stars hung out. The US military were like far and away the best. Like, they were professional. They were all about the Navy. Legendary. All the brands, all the glitz and glam of Hollywood, and it's just fallen so much from there. And the reputation of the US is freighted.
Myron Gaines from Fresh Fit, he always make retweets of those female police officers. That actually is a burden that put their male counterparts in danger, because the male counterparts need to protect them. Why they got in? Because, the male need to do like 30 push-ups. For females, you do 16, 17 push-ups. That's enough. No, that's not enough. And another is United Airlines, right? The CEO, some minority, I don't remember, don't care, said, hey, starting next year, we're going to hire at least, we're trying to make an effort to hire at least whatever, 30 or 20, 30, 40% of minorities based on their, how a minority, their like sex orientation, their gender. And one of the guys on Twitter just replied, so instead of hiring them based on their skill level, their how well they drive their planes, you're not hiring them based on their gender. Like, how does that even make sense?
Yeah, man, it's very sad to see.
And people say, I'm no longer flying with this stupid airline. It makes me angry. It makes my blood boil. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's sad that we need to justify what is seemingly just straight up logic and rationality. But it's like, of course, men are going to have better strengths and be more equipped to do certain jobs than women are. And Secret Service, police officer, anything to do with protection, bodyguard. It's like, I don't even understand who's pushing the narrative to get diversity hires in the Secret Service or the FBI or any protective job. It's like, I don't know any female that wants to do that job. And like, it's clown world, man. It's complete clown world. So I'm happy that this highlighted an issue like this, and I hope there's a pendulum swing back and there's some, like, it's just a joke, man. It's a complete and utter joke.
Yeah, the female agents, they're obese, actually. Their face is like this.
Like, how do you become a Secret Service agent like that?
Did you just, yeah, like in the yard, like one of them, I remember, was taking out of sunglasses to put on face to try to look cool. The other one dropped her gun
and couldn't reholster it.
Yeah. Like, what should I do? What should I do? And he was looking at the guys on what to do.
Bro, and if you're the US, supposedly the world leader, what do you think, like, any enemies of the states are going to be thinking? Like, the Secret Service should be utmost professional, Navy SEAL level, 6'6" plus guys, ripped as hell. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know if this was true, but I read somewhere that supposedly in the past, Secret Service agents had to be 1 inch or 2 inches taller than the president minimum. So in a situation they could shield, like, from gunshot and view. And like, what happened to stuff like that? That seems like a rational, logical rule to have and to have in place. So yeah, man, it's crazy. But the good thing is we're living in a timeline that, not like the best possible timeline, in that he survived, looked cool as hell doing it. I think it's going to sweep now, and I think we are going to see the pendulum swing back, and hopefully some more normalcy play out.
We're literally living in history. You remember 9/11? It's the same moment, actually. We're living in history now.
It is. And dude, thank God it played out the way it did, and nothing worse happened. Because
Did you see a picture? Like, basically Trump was doing, if he was looking straight, it would have gone through his head. But he was looking right at that moment. That's why he went through the ear. The gust of wind, like people were photoshopping the Japanese prime minister who died a little earlier.
Why? And he was dodging the bullet?
This year? No, he died. Like,
was he?
He got assassinated. He's
really? I didn't know
the Japanese prime minister. Yeah, so the Japanese president got assassinated earlier this year, and now like people are photoshopped. He's actually protecting Trump.
What is Let's talk a bit about Japan, because you were just said, is Japan very right leaning, left leaning, or is it not even like on the spectrum?
Wait, hold on a second. Have you seen the picture of the Trump killer?
Yes, I have.
Let me put it. Wait. He looks like someone who never gets girls, who's like hate the world.
Bro, he was 20. What do you know at 20? It's just like, what has he been told?
Who is it? Who's a Twitter moderator? No, Reddit moderator. Sorry,
Reddit mod. Literally, it looks like the most stereotypical. Yeah. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Oh, and one of the girls, right, on TikTok or whatever, it was trending on Twitter. And she was like, okay, I am very, very angry. So you're telling me that we are this much close to having 50% of the problems gone. And he fucking telling me he missed? And the girl was like that. Wow. I never could put a face on those kind of people who wish death upon other people.
Dude, yeah. I don't know what your family's reaction was, but my family isn't very pro-Trump. And they were...
Really?
Are you...
Oh my God,
dude.
What?
Maybe my dad is, but I have 3 sisters and my mom, and they much prefer Joe Biden.
What?
You're actually being shocked?
Yeah, I am.
Bro,
what? I never knew who these people are, and now it's your family.
Bro, it's like if you just consume the mainstream media news and the stories, you're like automatically a Joe Biden liberal. Like if you like, and that's all they consume. Like imagine you read the CNN articles where Trump fell down. It's that type of stuff that they consume.
Yeah, Trump.
So
after pooping noise, after loud noises,
Trump rushed away after loud popping. No, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's the fuck. And the Twitter was like, okay, we have hundreds of live witnesses, right? We have this much evidence. And you dare to title like that? Like, who gave you the balls to do that?
Bro, I think Trump did a massive service to this world when he started coining fake news and started pointing out the ridiculousness of mainstream media. And ever since he did it in 2016, they've just shot themselves in the foot. Like, that is a great example of fake news. Like, Trump rushed away after popping noises, and like, it's so ridiculous. And I think it's, bro, I saw yesterday an unbelievable amount of celebrities, popular people come out in support of Trump that you never would have expected before. And I think this assassination attempt, the reaction from mainstream media, I think, dude, there's a red wave coming, and we're going to see it play out in November. So I think all positive.
Yeah, you know, Andrew Tate, he jumped into the timeline as well. He said, Top G, I've said this 3 years ago, right? They try to cancel you. Then they will try to jail you. If none of that works, they kill you or murder you, something like that. I've been saying this for however long.
Literally true. It's true.
Very, very true.
Tried to cancel him. They tried to throw him in jail, and now they've tried to kill him. So thank God they missed. And yeah, hopefully they pick up the security.
There's another meme of Hillary. What do you mean by he missed?
Yeah, I know that.
Hillary Clinton. And oh, don't worry, it's not them. They never miss. Whoever they tried to kill all died. Literally. I think they've killed like 30 to 50 people.
Who?
Already. The Clinton family.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, anybody who oppose her political proposals or whatever, like judges, accountants, or whatever government leaders, they all died mysteriously. Many.
Not surprising. Yeah, to wrap it up, I think it'll be a good November coming. I hope they increase security, increase precautions, then nothing like this happens again. But overall, all good things.
But till this day, we still have fraud, right? Basically, you need your passport and your driver license to go on a cruise for holiday, but you don't need any ID to vote. So they're still cheating. I don't know.
Are you not confident that'll win?
I do believe, but they'll cheat, you know?
Yeah. We'll see.
The blue will cheat.
We'll see, man.
The blue is actually, they already passed a law that you can mail in your votes.
Yeah, dude. What the hell?
And no ID required.
It's so, dude. I saw someone make a big post on Twitter saying, like, thank you, USA, for all the entertainment, the glitz and glam, the drama, and the ridiculousness, because imagine how boring world news would be if it wasn't for the States. The stuff that comes out of the States is far and away the most fascinating, dramatic, show-stopping stuff. And yeah, it's so interesting.
if I am a millionaire or billionaire, I'm getting out of the States until the end of the election.
Oh, dude, for sure.
I would go on holiday with my family until dust settles down. I won't go.
Dude, facts.
All right. Anything else you want to add in to this, or we move on to Japan?
No, I think we covered it all.
It feels good to get this off my chest.
I'll be looking forward to his next speech. I think he has a unique opportunity he'll have the attention of the entire world with whatever next public message, speech, or interview he does, and I hope he knocks it out of the park.
Oh, do you know Barron, Trump's son, the 2 meter tall guy? And the people say he's this much away from I forgot, Greek god or whatever, his arc line, his storyline. Because let's say he's Julius Caesar, right? His father got killed, and he turned out to be the one who reunited the entire Europe, killed millions of people, and he's standing like this,
bro. Because he was front row. He was front row watching. Imagine that. Yeah,
it's real hard for us to sympathize with Ivanka Trump, whatever, Barron Trump, their perspective. You're seeing your father like this much to death.
Imagine if it actually happened. That's like the biggest villain origin story of all time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Japan. I'm curious about Japan, man.
Okay. Should I make a pause to the recording?
You want to do different? I think we just all put it in the same thing.
Okay. That I will upload differently. Okay, Japan, yay! Konnichiwa, arigatou gozaimasu.
Kanpai,
guys. Kanpai. Okay. Where you want to get started, Nancha?
How long were you there for? And
8 days.
Okay, not ages.
Have you been?
Never. It's on the bucket list. Was this your first time?
May I tell you, man. If I could summarize the entire experience for you, 2 words. I don't know which is more accurate. I'm not good at English. Disenchanted, disillusioned.
Really? I've never heard anyone describe Japan like that. That's insane. Damn. Okay.
I know.
Now I'm really interested.
Okay,
break it down. That's fascinating.
Trust me. Your boy Eugene me here. For the last 4 or 5 years, for as long as I can remember, I travel a lot. A lot of people ask me, "Hey, bro, have you been to Japan?" No, I haven't. Oh, why not? It's so nice. I like it so much. I want to save it for a special occasion, I want to move there for an entire year to explore the 4 seasons, the snowy mountain Fuji, and the spring cherry blossoms, and the summer, the graduation from the high schools, And I got heartbroken. No, very quick. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, why? Break this down. Because I've gotten the exact same feedback. All of my close friend group in Australia, they all went on a Japan trip when I was doing exchange in Tennessee, so I didn't get to go. And to this day, that was like 6-7 years ago, I still hear about how amazing Japan is, how it was the best vacation of all time. Whenever I meet other travelers, I'm in a hostel or in a travel environment, everyone's like, "Oh, that's FOMO, bro. Japan, man, you got to go to Japan." So I've heard the exact same stuff you do. They're like, it's a different world. The food's insane. The culture's insane. Everything's insane. So, and I've always been like, it can't be that good. So break it down. Why? Disenchanted.
Don't worry. I'll let your FOMO go away.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear it.
Tell me which aspect you want to get me to get started first.
Okay, the 3 things that would take me to Japan, I've heard, are food. The culture is so different that it's like stepping into a different world, and everyone just acts completely different. It's like a completely different world. Food, culture.
Okay, let's get started from the food. Tell me about what you heard about the food.
Best sushi in the world, best Japanese food. Japanese food's delicious, so I imagine if you go to the source, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but not that amazing. I tried sushi at sit-down restaurants, but
tell me it ain't better than a Roy. Tell me it ain't better than a Roy.
No, no, because in at least in Tokyo, all the sushi buffets at Google Place, they're forced to give you the rice together. So what's the point of eating buffet?
Oh, okay.
I went to a few standing. At the metro station, they make the sushi right in front of you. Sushi chefs. It's standing seats because of the high traffic. Fast paced. It's good. Not good enough for me.
Okay. So Bangkok beats it on sushi.
It's not. Yeah. Also New York, whichever restaurant they have fresh fish. Do you know the word deified?
Like make something a god.
Yeah, like I believe the sushi is deified in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah,
so overrated.
A lot of fried food, the barbecue are like, okay, I tried Wagyu beef, like this, they melt in your mouth. But in reality, it's just a fat piece of beef. That's why it melts. It just has a very, very fat. You see all the white color, the snowflake. It's just fat. Chill, bro. Like you get nauseous from the second piece in.
Damn. Okay.
You're better off with the Chinese or the whatever other. I know a few restaurants that have very good tendon, the fat, the lean meat, a good mixture. That's the best, actually.
Okay, what about culture?
Okay, hold on. For the food, I tried ramen. I tried all the fried stuff, basically everything. As someone who grew up in China, I'm not impressed.
Damn.
We have better food.
Damn, okay.
In terms, also their variety are very small.
Bro, also, I thought you grew up in New York. What age did you move to? 14. Oh, shit. I didn't realize it was so late. I thought you moved there when you were like 6 or something. I don't know why I had that in my head. Where in China were you? I was in China last week.
I finished middle school.
About where?
Northeast, north of Beijing.
North of Beijing. Do you have the city?
Yeah. Where did you go in China? Wow.
I was there for 2 hours for the stopover, but I'm...
I thought you went there for the 144 hours visa-free policy, and I did that.
No. I was only there... Bro, and I was pissed off. So, took the 12-hour flight. We went from Budapest to Sydney in 22 hours, which is like a record. But it was 12 hours from Budapest to Guangzhou, and we had 30 minutes to, like, catch our connecting flight. And bro, they checked my passport 5 different times. They went through my bag 3 different times, and I'm like, shit. I'm almost screaming at these Chinese officials, man. I'm like, let me get on my flight. Like, stop checking my passport.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even leaving the airport. I'm just going to a different part. And they just kept checking my passport over and over and over. I'm like, why? What are you doing? So yeah.
Did you have to put your bag in that, like the conveyor belt
just
thing?
for a connecting flight, and they went through the bag as well.
Probably.
Yeah.
They questioned me too. So last time I went back, they saw I haven't been back for 2 years, and they think I came from a southeast country. They thought I'm a scammer. They have a lady brought me aside to question me for like 15 minutes. What are you doing? Show me your phone. Let me see all your pictures. Show me chat history with your mom. Literally, they went through that.
Serious?
Yeah, yes, it happened to me.
Because I think you're what? A scammer?
He's safe in the end. Let him go. Yeah, it's quite rampant. Like, a lot of Chinese people go to Myanmar to scam the mainland Chinese people.
Scam them what?
Like how Indians scam American, Middle West.
Oh, okay, right.
Scam your grandma.
Yeah,
like that.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah. So,
Hey,
I love China. China number 1. I'm not allowed to criticize.
Bro, besides for just checking my passport constantly, it was an insane airport. Yeah. Like one of the biggest airports I've ever seen, and everything besides checking my belongings and getting me through was extremely fast and clean. I was actually really impressed with Guangzhou Airport. So
yeah,
it's impressive, man.
And you got back home now safely?
Got back home. I've been back for 6 days, and I feel like because it's a complete opposite, like I was the worst, and I didn't sleep the entire 24 hours, and then I went to sleep at a normal time.
Wait, how?
Dude, I don't know, you would just watch movies the entire time. We were drinking a ton of coffee. Oh, bro, this is a funny story. So we're drinking a bunch of coffee to stay up. The first flight was easy because it left at like 11 a.m. Budapest time. So by the time we landed in China at like 5 a.m., it was 11 p.m. for us. So we just had to stay awake the 12 hours on the next flight. We started pumping coffees, and we bought the nicotine pouches, and like, because that's a stimulant. So whenever you get sleepy, you would pop one of those. And so didn't sleep that entire flight because we thought it would help with the jet lag. It didn't. But James on the second flight, he didn't get up a single time. He was sitting in the window seat. I was sitting in the middle seat. I got up a bunch of times, stretched my legs to go to the bathroom. James got a blood clot in his calf, and he got to the doctor like 48 hours after we landed, and she said if you hadn't come in within the next few days, there's like a over 50% chance he could have died, because apparently a blood clot can break off wherever it forms, and if it gets into your heart or your lungs or your brain, you die. So yeah, it's a dude. I didn't.
It happened to me in what?
A blood clot as well.
Not that bad. I just felt a lot of pain in my calf because I just sit there. I didn't walk around, and it was pain for like the next 12 hours. So I had to raise it above my heart to let the blood flow back.
Dude, it's crazy. So yeah, that's a big thing. If you are doing these long out flights, make sure to get it's not even a joke. I didn't think someone our age could get a blood clot in their leg. So yeah, kind of scary, but he's all good now.
Once you pass beyond the point of numb, you no longer feel it. That's why he was oblivious.
Yeah. And he has to be on like blood thinning medication. He has like a compression thing around his arm. Yeah, dude, it's insane. It's insane.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and then
we're lucky to be alive with all 4 limbs for another day.
Yeah, exactly, man. And then last 6 days have been a bit of a whirlwind because like, dude, you're tired throughout the day because it's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And then at night you're like, bing, you're like wide awake. So kind of feel like a zombie.
Why would you try to stay awake during the entire flight?
Because when we landed in Sydney, it was 9 p.m. and by the time you get home and to bed, it's 10 p.m. So it's the perfect time to sleep. And my idea was if you had slept on that flight from China to Australia, you wouldn't want to sleep once you got back. And it did work the first night, but then it like, by the second night, you're still jet lagged. Like you just can't avoid it. So
yeah. I've done this so many times in my life. I've got the pattern down. So usually you're jet lagged for 7 days. The first 1-2 nights, you're perfectly fine. The 3, 4, 5 are the worst, bro. Yeah. You're fine again.
So dude, 3, 4, 5 are terrible, man.
Even my mom.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
My mom was like, oh, I'm not jet lagged at all. I'm good. And then the 3rd, 4th day comes,
yeah. Bro, so first 2 days were fine because I slept the first night, and then on day 4,
I think I got this.
Yeah,
I'm super. I ain't got no jet lag. Yeah, I'm good.
Day 4, I stayed up the entire night because I was like, my sleep is just completely fucked. I'll just stay up the entire day. But then I fell asleep at like 12 p.m. and then it's like, okay, now this is fucked. So, but now say 6 and 7, and I actually woke up at a normal time now. So. Yeah, it's better. It's better, man. Yeah. What you said is so true.
Trust me, I've tried to challenge this pattern for however many years. Nobody.
Man, no one can beat jet lag, man. No one can beat jet lag. Anyway, let's get back to Japan. I want to hear like the culture. Okay, tell me about these random Ukrainian girls.
Okay, so I don't know if I've told you. Yeah, I said something I shouldn't. So it was fine, right? We're doing yoga together, and I casually busted out. I thought I was trying to relate, but apparently I was not. I was like, oh, I'm planning to go to Russia in the end of this month. Like I got some business opportunities, right? The sanctions, but other people see as a risk. What other people see as a risk, I see opportunities. And their face goes, I didn't realize, okay? Because they're the females, they're not as expressive as males. And everything just goes downhill from there.
Damn.
It's like that. I didn't realize in the beginning, and they're like, yeah, it's really empathetic or really harsh of you to go to Russia.
Damn.
What? Oh, what do you mean? Like, I don't support Putin, I don't think it's... No, yeah, but still. Yeah, and yeah, that's
okay, how did you meet him, though?
So without getting into too much details, because they might be watching this, on the first one on the street, right? She's a yoga instructor. She,
met her on the street.
Yeah, she's like very, very skinny, very teeny looking, but she's like 20, 21, and yeah, she just invited me to yoga the next morning.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I joined.
Nice. What were they doing in Japan? Just on vacation?
No, they're modeling there.
Uh-huh.
So a few of them are refugees. I visited her apartment, right? It's very, very beautiful. Very nice. The government gave them for free and no utilities bills needed either to this day.
The Japanese government is giving free apartments to Ukrainian models.
No, I think refugees, and they happen to call themselves.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't. They do run around go to different casting, try to get a gig. Occasionally, they post a really, the runway. No, actually, no runway. You know the photo shoot with pure one color background, all the way to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they post some pictures like.
Okay. Interesting. And what are your plans going forward? Are you staying in Bangkok for a while? Are you actually going to Russia?
I don't know. The rainy season is coming, right? Right now, it's cloudy every single day. It rains a little at the evening. And starting end of August, officially in September, it will be monsoon season. A lot of rain every day. I don't know if I'm going to stay here.
I was in Koh Samui last year in rainy season. So like end of July, like most of August. It was terrible, man. I didn't see the sun for about 30 days straight, and it really gets to your head. It messes with you, bro. It really does. So, yeah, maybe dip out of there.
For someone like me, I like to go to rooftop bars to watch sunset. That's a no.
Yeah. Dude, reason I couldn't do it yesterday, my businesses are blowing up, man, and not in a good way. They're literally breaking into pieces. So I was putting a.
Can you give me overall in terms of categories what happened?
So
not getting into details.
Jamie Tree, that's always been a cash flowing business. Not really it's literally just cash flow, and that does between 10 to 50k a month. And beginning of this year was like hot out the gate. I think January, February, I did back to back 40k months. I don't know what has happened in the last month, but that has dropped to maybe 5k this month. So fuck all. It's almost like I got no, there's a lot of problems. Anyway, long story short, I had to pretty much fire my entire team. So it's just me posting videos until
oh my God, bro.
Until I start putting people back in places to run it. And that's a problem because I'm super heavily involved in getting videos out for the Crypto Nutshell, which is actually my main focus. And I'll ask you this question because it's kind of plaguing my mind. Do you think I should I actually just can the whole Jamie Tree channel, which is the positive of it is it has been proven to cash flow pretty good in the past with minimal effort, maybe 5 hours work a week, it can cash flow between 10 and 50k. But I'm going to have to really work for maybe the next month, hiring new people, putting out videos myself, and it's not even guaranteed to work. Or should I just entirely focus on Crypto Nutshell, which it won't cash flow as much, but there is the plan with that, sell it for 8 figures at some point in a year or 2 years. But it limits me in terms of flexibility because it doesn't cash flow as much. I'm thinking of essentialism where you can only work on one thing at once. I'm thinking of completely canning Jamie Tree, putting it on the back burner, not uploading on it, and going full out, putting my entire focus and growth on Crypto Nutshell, that YouTube channel, because that translates into more subscribers, eventually a potential exit, yada yada yada.
Okay, I have a more neutral, a little tiny suggestion. It may or may not be helpful to you. Have you thought about using some AI tools that automatically consume your entire hour-long podcast and spit out the trimmed shorts with subtitles?
Yeah. Opus Pro, I use one.
Yeah, have you tried that? Just it comes I don't know, $40 a month as subscription.
Yeah, I got it.
Have you tried that? It doesn't hurt anybody. Just upload a bunch of shorts.
That's true. The thing is, though, shorts. So the whole point of even running Jamie Tree at all is shorts don't cash flow anything. It's all long form. Long form is what you want to cash flow. I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe uploading once a week on it and just letting it
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it got me. Jamie Tree has achieved the purpose. I don't know if I'm being lazy or like just can't be bothered at this point. It got me to the point where I have more than enough savings, and it cash flowed. It got me to the position where I could quit my 9 to 5, travel the world, do whatever I want, and given me a runway of cash that I can focus on like the big thing, which the milk. Oh, dude! Oh, I can't believe I didn't tell you this. Guess who reached out to buy the Nutshell?
No way.
Milk Road did. Yeah, Milk Road reached out to buy her.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we didn't say yes, obviously, but randomly the sales guy reached out asking if we'd be interested in selling it. And dude, this is 3 days after we got back, and I didn't even see the LinkedIn message, and James immediately replied no. And I immediately called James. I was like, why the fuck did you say that? Like, we should at least hear what the offer is first. And he's like, he's doped out of his mind. He's zombie. He's like, oh, dude, I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, I haven't slept in 36 hours. I'm like, are you out of your mind? Anyway, so I replied to him asking what the offer is, and he hasn't got back yet. But I thought it was interesting. The like head of sales reached out asking if they could buy us. So in all reality, unless they gave some crazy offer, it would be a no, because I think we do. I think we do it better. And bro, I'm willing to die at this. I'm willing to not have a girlfriend, not have any social life, not do anything until we crush them. Not crush the Milk Road, but like are bigger than the Milk Road. So yeah. But I thought that's interesting. No one knows, like, in my life, no one knows who the Milk Road is. You know who the Milk Road is. So I thought you'd enjoy that.
Wow. And, wow. You if you're very confident you can beat them, then why sell, right?
Exactly, yeah. Or, like, I want to at least get to the size of them before we think about selling. Yeah.
Wow.
But so they sold for 10 mil at 250,000. They offered to buy us at 65,000. That would imply around like a 2 million, 2.5 million valuation. And we do decent cash flow on it. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It was interesting.
Let's keep the numbers hush hush.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. When
I want you to keep your cards when it comes to negotiation.
Yeah.
But congratulations again, bro. You got your first Nobel mission.
Yeah.
You got your nut. You get your first nut, then you go on your Nobel mission.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So what do you think? Do you think I put Jamie Tree on the back burner and just go all out on Crypto Nutshell, or what?
Yeah,
I did that.
I lean towards that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what, like, I don't know, maybe intuitively I was leaning towards as well. It like feels right in my heart to just, I think if you split your focus between two different, like, dude, if you try and do two different side hustles at the same time, you're going to do both of them really shitty. So yeah, that's what was on my mind.
I think Naval said this, and if you can do anything in this world, right? But you cannot do everything.
Yeah.
When it comes to entrepreneurship or leadership, at one phase, at one stage of your life, if you can only pick one thing, you have to have the willingness to give up every single thing else.
That's true, man. It's very true.
I think it's helpful you to your...
Yeah, it is. It just hurts, like, bro, even though I have good saving, like, I don't even know what my cash... I'm at home right now. I'm at my parents' house, so essentially my cash burn rate is like maybe like $1,000 a month, maybe $1,000 a month. If that is true, then I could... Let's say, obviously this is unrealistic, but let's say I kept my cash burn rate at 1K per month for the rest of my life. I could essentially retire right now. So, but it still hurts not having the actual like money coming in every month. It kind of gets you scarcity minded and makes you freak out a bit. So that's the only thing stopping me from like going full into that. But yeah, like logically it makes sense.
Yeah, sorry to
interrupt. Go ahead.
There's this mentality, people think, once I reach something, then I will be happy forever. Once I get that, then I will be happy, which is completely false. As humans, our problems don't go away, don't disappear. They adjust. We always look for the next thing.
100%.
So I don't recommend you to sell at all, man. Not at all. Wear your way to...
Yeah, way too early. I got about 5 minutes.
Because I have the faith in you, your boy.
Thank you, brother.
I have the trust in you.
Thank you, brother. I got about 5 minutes. What else do you want to talk?
You are the man. You are the man. You are the fucking goat.
Stop it. You're the man. You're the fucking man.
No, that's not how you work.
I got about 5 minutes before I got to get back to stuff. But what else do you want to touch on?
You remember we want to do a pod on the 5 male figures we most look up.
So let's do it. Let's keep doing Sunday. Dude, the last 2 days, things have blown up. I had to fire my whole team on a channel. I had to start posting videos. Next few weeks will be hectic for me, but an hour every Sunday is no problem. And we should be able to, let's do it. Let's do that one for next Sunday.
Yeah. Have you thought about In a Way, right? Do you know the All In podcast?
Yeah.
The Jamal, the really 4, I think one of them or 2 of them are billionaires. We're essentially doing the same thing.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah.
We'll comment on Trump, right? We'll comment a little bit on the business.
Sure. The only thing is, the reason they're popular is because they're billionaires and they've proven themselves. Imagine if they started it in their 20s whilst they were, like Chamath was at Facebook, or whilst they were investing in Tesla and all this stuff, and the stories they would have and the lessons they would have throughout it. That's the difference. We get to build ours whilst we do it. So I think that's really cool.
Oh, before I let you go, I think this topic is short enough. Do you know? Okay, I talked to this guy. I think I will invite him as the guest for our next podcast. He has a very good insight. Do you know the Build Space? They're basically startup hub like Y Combinator.
Oh, okay.
In California, but specifically for AI stuff.
So it's like a what's the word when you it's like an incubator?
Incubator. Yes. A lot of their guys, I don't know, you probably don't know, Arab, but one guy for sure is Iman Ghazi. Have you noticed that it's getting weird and more weird? I don't think Iman Ghazi is making money at all from the agency. He's selling courses. He's becoming the next Grant Cardone. He's becoming the next Tai Lopez.
Iman Ghazi doesn't even he shut down his agency.
Yeah. So isn't there something weird about it?
I think it is, yeah. He only makes money from educate, course selling. He has coaching. Yeah, coaching. He has Educate, which is, to my knowledge, the war room. Oh, not the war room. The real world, like an online money making platform.
Isn't that what Andrew Tate does? Isn't that what everybody criticized? And I remember this quote, right? Either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become.
You think Iman becomes a villain?
He's making money by teaching other people how to make money.
Yeah, it's it doesn't sit well with people, does it?
But anyway, it comes down to, have you thought about teaching other people how to start a newsletter and sell a $99 course?
Right, maybe. The thing is, I think, nah, dude. I think it's so much cooler. Dude, what I really respect about Sam Barr and Sham Puri is, I guess they kind of do stuff like that, but it's very minor. It's minimal part of their revenue. Because I know because we bought it. Sam Parr has a copywriting course. I think me and James paid $300 and we both did it when we first started writing the newsletter, just so we didn't know how to write. And the way you get taught how to write in English in school is completely backwards and a terrible way to write, especially in newsletter when you want to be concise and very sharp and witty. But the main thing is he sold The Hustle for 30 mil, Shampuri, multiple exits. They've actually been in the arena, and been playing with the big boys and sold without the whole money making, course selling guru type stuff. So I don't know. I think that's cooler. I think that's way cooler.
Have you thought about teaching other people how to run a newsletter, how to find guests for your podcast?
I think it would be cool.
I will pay $100 for it.
I think, let's say I sold Crypto Nutshell for 30 mil, then I think I'd do something like that. Or maybe even do it for free. Maybe even dude, what I think would be, Hormozi's ecosystem, where he does everything for free and then he'll invest in the ones that want to get to the next level. You could do that for newsletters, man. You could just put all the content out there for free, how to grow it, how to monetize it, how to do this. complete free playbook, and then be like, if you want to take it to the next level, I'll invest in it. I'll buy half of it. We'll blow this up. It'll get acquired. Like, dude, that could be a plan.
Or in terms of you use consulting as a service in exchange for equity.
True. Yeah, exactly. As opposed to just paying.
Hey, let's say, hey, your boy Eugene, I want to start a newsletter on how to pick up girls, right? A daily report on how to pick up girls in each country, which is good, which is bad. Oh, we haven't even got to...
You should actually do that, dude. That's actually a fantastic idea. I genuinely didn't...
You know, with the growing of the simp nation, you know, like men are willing to pay more and more money. Like one direction is you go completely virtual reality. The other is you work harder, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, bro, stop struggling in Western world. Come to Southeast Asia, right?
Dude, literally.
I have like all those documents. I use AI to spit out a daily newsletter, which I don't even have to write. 3 tenants for today.
Bro, I reckon you should. Like, I would read it. I wouldn't do it daily, but I would do like maybe every second day. Or, yeah, and just do like Eugene's tip of the day, Eugene's story of the day, field report.
Oh, I would be anonymous.
You do it anonymously?
Probably go Mr. Giraffe something so I can sell for a good multiple, bro.
Oh, true.
And I think the money is way easier to be made. Like you can sell courses like
bro. Okay,
in the Viagra.
I don't know if you could
like live coaching seminars,
bro. Like genuinely, let's think this through. I think you could easily build a huge cash flowing business. Like easily get it up to even 6 figures a month cash flow. Could it be acquired though? Who would acquire? What company would acquire a pickup magazine, like a pickup newsletter?
Well, no, you become Andrew Tate's war.
Yeah, okay. So you wouldn't build it to acquire. But okay, then you couldn't do it anonymously because
you know Imam Ghazi, he has a crochet club. Do you know
crochet club?
Crochet? Yes. So yeah, he has gents club. Yeah. Whatever, he has a gents club. In the end, it become that.
True.
You have your own army of beta males.
Yeah, bro. You to market it though, I don't think you can't do it anonymous because like you'd have to post receipts, or maybe you could. You just keep yourself out of it, but like you'd have to post the chicks you're getting because I probably wouldn't read a newsletter unless they were posting receipts of the type of chicks they were getting, because if they're pulling land whales and you don't know. Like, you're not going to be reading someone's newsletter on how to pick up land whales.
Well, I did. I back then I started a TikTok channel. I was wearing a body cam. Like I went to approach a lot of Russian girls on the street. In the end, I don't think I can get their permission to post at all. So,